Hello there, good to see you once again. Now, today we are looking forward at the best 4 side hustles that you can actually do if you're fully employed out there. Because I understand there are some individuals who actually work from 9 to 5 jobs and they do not have time to, check off their business and all those kind of things. Now, today I'm going to share with you 4 businesses that are 4 side hustles that you can actually go ahead and do them. And I've actually made it easier for you because I've outlined each and every side hustle, on my board here, making it an easier discussion between me and you. All right, so let's jump into the business. Now, one thing that you're supposed to understand is that time is not our side. All right, so the very best thing that you can actually do is to tailor down that what you do from the mainstream. Let me tell you one secret. And by the way, bear with me, there is a lot of construction going on outside there, all right? So the point is this. Now, if you can tailor down that what you do from the mainstream, let's say you are a teacher, you are an engineer, let's say you are a doctor, let's say that career that you do outside there, let's say you are a psychologist, mental health, you are a HR, you just tailor down that what you do exactly from the conventional way. Now, how do you make money out of that? For example, right now, let's take an example. If you're a teacher, each and every morning you show up to a school, you teach, evening you come back home. Now, if you can be able to earn something extra from that specific job that you usually do, you can do something what you call, do not ignore the power of social media. If you can pick a social media that can actually do good for you, for example, you can pick YouTube, you can pick TikTok, you can pick Instagram, you can pick Facebook, any other social media that is out there. Now, offer those services that you do teach out there. For example, usually hear of people talking about, hey, I'm not good at mathematics. If they are students, I'm not good at biology, chemistry, anything that is out there. You are a teacher to that, you understand that subject very well. How about you get yourself a social media whereby you'll be offering or tutoring those services, and of course monetize that exactly services. That is exactly what I'm talking about. For example, in Kenya, there is this rampant cases of people being defrauded when they are buying lands and what have you. You are a surveyor, you understand all the processes, the legal processes of actually buying a land and something of sort. So how about you go to the social media, make a content about that. Then if you tell people, hey, guess what, if you're looking forward to having a personal consultation with me, grab my number from my profile bio, we can have a conversation. I offer those services at this price and all those kind of things. That is exactly how you tailor down that what you understand to make an extra income from that what you do. And by the way, it would be complicated for you because you already understand this business, or rather you already understand this field. So you gathering information from out there won't be a complicated process compared to you getting started to a field that you do not understand. All right, let's say you are a lawyer, you are out there, you can educate people on some things, and nowadays I see a lot of doctors on the social media, they're telling you, don't take this, take this, take the other. Hey, and by the way, if you're looking forward into having a personal contact or rather personal consultation with me, grab my number, you can visit me, this is my location, this is what we do, and all those kind of things. So now those are the areas that you can actually tap and be able to bring in an extra income from the conventional way of you doing your things. And guess what, you don't need to have yourself an office. All what you need is just a phone like this one, an internet connection, and probably a mic like this one for the purposes of a good voice, and you're done. As simple as that. You have another whole of a career, and then you can make a living out of that. And I have a friend of mine who is actually a banker, or used to be a banker, and right now they're making a very good amount of money from the social media, giving advisories and consultations about finance and all those kind of things. So that's an area that you can actually tap and do something out of it. Now, number 2 is that pick a less complicated skill. Like, hey, guess what, let's take a simple example. Where you work, usually have your acquaintances or the people whom you work with. Some of them complain of them being so tired, they're actually planning of something of sort. How about you come up with good packages, like planning of adventurous trips and all those kind of things. You don't have to have a car and all those things. You just connect to the people who usually do the traveling, and then connect to the people who would love to go the traveling, and then connect the two, and then you make money out of that. It's quite as simple. By the way, back then when I used to be, or when I was working somewhere in a certain company, which I won't name here, I used to do exactly that, where I wasn't making like a humongous amount of money, but if I was to concentrate on that lineage, then probably I could be somewhere in that specific area. So the point here is a side hustle that you can actually manage to later transform it to be a main hustle or reliable hustle. That is exactly what you do. The other thing that you can actually learn under the same category is that you can do what we call the interior design. Let's say you're very good at something, you can do interior design, you can do interior decor, you can do something to do with event planning. You get to understand what people are planning. Maybe it's about weddings, it's about birthdays and all those kind of things. You can just be an organizer in those kind of a thing, and then you can actually make something on top of that. You can just start with the acquaintances, those people whom you work with, and then from there you can leverage on it and make a kill out of it. Number 3, coach or train that what you understand, that what you have ability on or a talent. Let's say maybe you do yoga or you understand yoga, you can train people on the internet. Let's say maybe you understand things to do with meditation. Let's say you can teach things to do with spiritual growth. You can teach things about mental health. You can teach about handling teenagers. You can teach about financial consultations. You can teach about, just pick that thing that you understand very well. You can teach things to do with cooking. Let's say you've never even went to a school, but you do understand and actually believe in yourself in terms of the cooking skills. How about you come with a camera, let's just get somebody to record you, you do your cooking, upload those videos. And by the way, nowadays on some of the social medias like TikTok, you can actually go ahead and sell those we call them the series, whereby people can just purchase your package, and then you can be able to show them how to cook. Maybe it's a chapati, you can show them. Maybe how to cook biryani, you can show them. Maybe it's cook mahamri and all those kind of things. You can actually pick an array of actually areas that you can teach people and make money out of it. It's as simple as that. For example, let's say somebody who's looking forward into understanding how to cook or prepare biryani, and then you can tell them, hey, the entire recipe, in a video format, it's actually costing you 100 Kenyan shillings. If you say yes, I send you the copy, and you pay them, do the payment, and you get started. Let's say you get like 10 people in a day, you got your 1,000 bob. That isn't not a good money? That's a good cash, and that's how we make money. The other one, or the last one but not the least, is that you can start a conventional business that is not complicated and doesn't require a lot of your time to monitor. Now, guess what? You do not disregard wholly, starting a conventional businesses, because there's some of the businesses that you can actually do that really doesn't require like a lot of attention for you to do exactly that. All what you need to do is to have yourself understanding of the kind of a business that you can start. For example, I cannot really advise you to go ahead and start something like something like what talk of a general shop, because you don't understand how the general shop understand and run. Because one thing that you're supposed to understand with that kind of a business is that you really have to be there, monitor the sales, monitor all the sales and all those kind of things, for you to understand how much has been sold, how much is not selling, what has sold, and all those kind of things. So there's some of the businesses that will be complicated. It's out of equation, it's out of your choice to actually go ahead and do them. But if you can pick something like, let's say if you have the capability, you can buy a matatu. If you agree with the driver that you have to, render, or they have to render you 3,500 a day, 5,000, depends on the size of the matatu or something also, it becomes a little bit easier for you. But again, it has its own challenges. Now, the reason as to why I did place the conventional business at the bottom, because I understand I do have a lot of guys who are employed, they started a business, and they're actually facing a very tough time running those businesses. So what I would advise you to do is this: pick that business that hey, I understand this business, be it either I was ever employed on it, or maybe I have an experience over the business, or maybe I do have somebody whom I can function as my eyes and run that specific business at my absence, and I still do exactly what I would do. Or option 2, you can decide, hey, this type of a business that I'm having, it's a business that really doesn't require complications in terms of running. I'll give an example. For example, say you buy yourself these ATMs that you usually have them nowadays, the dispensers that dispenses the cooking oil, that dispenses the water, and dispenses the milk. So if you get out of the early in the morning, you know very well you have 50 liters on the of let's say milk, you have 50 liters of let's say cooking oil, and you have like 200 liters of water. It's quite simple. You show up in the evening, then it's either I have my product or I have the money. All right, it's as simple as that. So it becomes a little bit easier for you to actually monitor those businesses. You can decide to have a daycare, employ like one person, and then you know very well I usually have like 10 kids or 20 kids. Therefore, kid goes by, let's say, 100 or 200. So therefore, my cash is this. All right, that becomes a little bit easier for you to monitor. But if you were to start some other conventional businesses that are a bit complicated, you might get discouraged along the way. So this is the point, and this will be my parting shot. All what I've discussed, perhaps I can just echo, tailor down what you understand. All right, that career that you're actually doing, you can actually take it to a notch higher, employ yourself by offering those services online, monetize it. But don't monetize your services immediately. First of all, offer value to people. When the people see value in you, they'll actually throw money towards you. It's as simple as that. Number two, you can do lesser complicated skills, like you can do the interior design, interior decor, or you can actually organize some adventurous trips and something of sort that can earn you money. The other one, you can teach or train that what you understand in terms of ability. And I was giving an array of examples here, likes of the mental health, likes of the finance, likes of the handling teenagers, like of handling kids and all those kind of things. And I said you really do not have to have been gone to school to understand things. Some of the parents that we do have, they have enough experience to actually advise young guys who are becoming young mothers, young fathers, and all those kind of things. And you can actually monetize those services. And the last one, you can start a conventional business that we know it, that is out there. So if you can pick either the area that actually fits you, that is how you identify that what fits us and that what can function as a side hustle, and we can actually make a living out of that. So the point is this: these side hustles are meant to complement that, or rather supplement that what you get at the end of the month, so that at least you can actually salvage more of your cash and channel it towards saving for the purposes of investing. Because remember, saving alone has never and will never make anyone wealthy in this life. So the point is, be careful, understand how money functions or works, therefore you can be able to leverage that and make a kill out of it. So anyway, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, my name is Joseph. Talk about money, investment, anything related to exactly that. If that's a cup of your coffee, then consider subscribing and liking this video. Turn that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new good video. So for now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one. But don't forget, pick my number on the description of this specific video. You can have I do offer consultation services pertaining to business or investments for just a cup of coffee's price. Option 2, I do have booklets on the same. Pick the same number, give me a call or text. You can get a copy of books on money market fund, treasury bills, shares, and all those kind of areas for only 280 Kenyan shillings. For now, it's a goodbye. See you there.